Welcome to Emmelac online tutorial. Now before us is this beautiful logarithm uh, question, and it says use logarithms to evaluate, and here we have in bracket 8.352 to the power of 3 times the fifth root of 893.4 all over the fourth root of the product of these numbers raised to the power of what? 2. Okay, so it means we'll be making use of the logarithm table. Okay, alright, so how do we go about it? First of all, we just need to we'll draw this line. Here we have number, then here we have log. Okay, that is log the logarithm of the number. Then let us have here, in case of any other calculations that we'll probably need to plug in. Okay, now let us start with the first one, that's the numerator. Here we have 8.352. So for this number, the first and first which is for us to identify the characteristics. Now the characteristics here is the number of digits before the decimal. Okay, now to explain it better, if we have, let's say, 240, okay, now changing this number to decimal, to standard form, this will give us 2.40 times 10 to the power of 2. Okay, so this 2 here becomes the characteristics. Okay, so in this case here now we have 8.352. Now this is just the same thing as saying 8.352 times 10 to the power of what? 0. Okay, alright. So this 0 here becomes the characteristic. So what we just need to do here is what? 0 then point. But for shortcut, all you need to do is the number of digits before the decimal, just subtract 1 from the number. So since here we have 1 digit, okay, before the decimal, so 1 minus 1 will give us 0. So if you have 2 digits, 2 minus 1 we have what? 1. Okay, so let us now find the logarithm of this number. Then how do you find it? Now 83 under 5 difference 2. Okay, 83 under 5 difference 2. Alright, so I'll actually be making use of the calculator. So log 8.352. Okay, so here we have 9, 2, 1, then 8. Alright, so take note here we have to the degree of what? 3. Now take note, according to the law of logarithm, if you have log a to the power of n, okay, this implies n log a. So which means you are multiplying this power, okay, with the logarithm of the number. Okay, so in this case, since we have 3, we'll be multiplying it by this. So multiply by 3. So here we have 2. Let me write it here. Okay. So this will give us 2.7654. Okay, so okay, now the next one is this. First of all, we'll work with what's in the radical first. So here we have 893.4. Okay, let's do this. But take note, work with what's in radical first. So in this case now, we have how many digits before decimal? 1, 2, 3. So 3 minus 1, that will give us what? 2. So our characteristics here 2.1 Then you go into use probably your calculator or your logarithm table. 89 under 3 difference 4. So here we have 893.4. So we have 9510. Okay, now in this case here now, still this rule. Okay, now if this implies, take note, the square root of x simply means x raised to the power of 1 over what? 2. Okay, now if it is n, it means 1 over what? N. Alright, so if we now say this is 1 over n, okay, it implies this is 1 over what? N. So which means that the log of the number divided by what? N. Right? Okay, so in this case now, this is same thing as this. So which means we'll be dividing the log of this number by 5. So this divided by what? 5. Okay, all right. So by doing this now, we have divided by 5. So we can just do this. 5 in 2 is impossible. You just put your 0 point. Then in 29, that should give us 5. Or let me just punch it to using calculator here. 5, 9, 0, then 2. Now always ensure that you put your value to 4 decimal place at least. Okay, so in this case now, we will now sum up this. Now think that this is what? Multiplication. And you know, according to the law of logarithm, if you have log A, okay, now we come again. Log A plus log B will give us what? Log AB. Okay, now since we have it here, we'll be adding up this. Okay, so which means since we are multiplying here, the log of this now plus the log of this sum together. So this is the log, this is the log, this. So we are summing it up, and this will give us let's say 2.7654, then plus 0.5902. Now this will give us, this is 6, 5, 15 remainder 1. This one will be 12 plus 113, then 0.3. Okay, I'm correct. 2.7654 plus 0.5902. Alright, I'm correct. So now this is for the numerator. Now let's move to the denominator. Now, first of all, we need to work with what's in parentheses. In the parentheses first. So here is let's multiply this. Okay, and by multiplying, we have 7.245 times 25.34. Okay, now let's do this. Okay, now since this is 2 and this is the fourth root, okay, of this whole expression, what we need to do here is, now here we are having 183.58. Okay, let's make it approximately 9. Now raised to the power of 2. Okay, now this fourth root, converting it to index, it becomes times 1 over 4, giving us 2 here, 1, 2 here, 2. Okay, so at the end of the day, you have 183.59 all raised to the power of 1 over what? 2. Okay, so this expression here, let's have it here now, 183.59. Alright, so the next thing, let us find the logarithm of this. Take note that our characteristics here, this 1, 2, 3 minus 1, that will give us 2. Then the logarithm here will now be 18 under 3, now difference what? 5. So my calculator here we have 2.2638. Okay, now take note, to the power of half, which means we are dividing by 2. Now the whole of this divided by 2. So here we have this is 1.1319. Okay, so the next thing we need to do, since we've gotten the value of the numerator and the denominator, now what we need to do now is to subtract. Now, according to the law of logarithm, if you have log A all over B, this is something as saying log A minus log B. Okay, so we need to subtract this from this. So here you have 3.3556. Now minus 1.1319. Now this will give us 3.3556 minus 1.1319. Now this will give us 2.2237. Okay, so the next thing we need to do with this figure here is to find the antilog of 2.2237. So how do we go about it? So for us to find the antilogarithm of this number, first of all, that's something you need to consider. Now this can be written as 2 plus 0.2237. Okay, all right. So to this end, now what we just need to do is this is just for us to understand better. Now we'll go to the logarithm table, anti-logarithm table rather, finally for 0.22 under 3. Now difference 7. 0.22 under 3 difference 7, and there you should be able to get you'll be able to get 1674. Okay, so at this point here now, where should our decimal be located? Now take note of this 2. This is the characteristics here, and take note from the beginning. For us to get this 0, it means the characteristic, that is the digit before the decimal, you have to subtract 1. That's 1 minus 1. So in this case here, we have 3 before the decimal. So 3 minus 1 will give us what? 2. So since we have 2 here, 2 plus 1 will give us what? 3. So we count 1, 2, 3. So our decimal will be here. And here is the final answer to this question. If you all would have just done, ensure that you like my video, subscribe to my channel, and don't fail to share this tutorial with other learners. Thank you and remain blessed. Bye bye.